Welcome to the Texas versus the World Football Classic here in Duncanville, Texas. A beautiful 70 degrees is the weather here today, and the white team is going to be represented by Texas, and the blue team is going to be the world today. I'm here with EJ Holland, who will be color commentating alongside me today, and kickoff will be just in a few seconds. The national anthem is going on as we speak. All right, let's get to it. These kids came in on Friday, and they've been working hard ever since. They got treated to a Southern-style barbecue dinner on Friday night as they came in, and these youth have been going through combines and practices and doing 7-on-7 drills and all kind of skills events leading up to this moment. The captains are taking the field, and we will see who wins the toss here in just a second.
Yeah, it should be a good game for these kids to be able to showcase their skills, especially being in middle school, to have an opportunity to play in front of a crowd and play with each other and kind of get to know everybody as they went through those combines and 7-on-7. So it should be an exciting matchup for these kids. Should be a lot of fun for them.
Team captains for today, for Team Texas, Sam Verena, quarterback. Number 54, Jonathan Rodriguez from Hudson Middle School. Number 28, Brock Sturgis, running back from Katy Seven Lakes. Number 6, DeMarcus Crockett from McDonald Middle School. And number 56, Dezonio Powell from Lancaster.
Looks like Texas will receive the opening kickoff.
And the captains for the blue squad were number 3, Jaden Dockery, 64, Nick Russo, and number 10, Preston Isinago from Grove City, also a quarterback.
Well, we'll see if Texas can set the tempo here early as they will receive, and be interesting to see who they bring out to start in this lineup. Obviously, in an all-star game, you're going to have kids rotate and come in, so everybody should get an opportunity to come in and showcase what they have to offer.
It's going to be really interesting to see how Texas performs against some of these kids who have come from all over the country. people from California, Kansas, Ohio, New Jersey, Louisiana, um, all flew in just to participate in this event. And so we will see how Texas fares. People from Texas pride themselves on being a part of being in a state where football rules. Football is king here in Texas. So, and they breed them young here, don't they, EJ?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody gets started from the moment they're born, kind of born with a football in your hand. And I know I started playing when I was 8 years old, and it's full contact. It's something that everybody prides themselves in, like you mentioned, and everybody wants to participate in. And it's not just the kids, it's the community that everybody wants to get involved in. Football is really king here in Texas, and especially here in the Dallas area. And it's great that we're having a game here in Duncanville, just south of Dallas, where football is really the most important thing in the world to some of these kids.
Onside kick to start it off for Team World, and Team Texas recovers.
Big boy getting some action there.
Yes. 62 Ray Yates returns the onside kick to the 46-yard line, and that's where Team Texas will start, 1st and 10.
It's always fun to see the linemen get the ball, see what they can do with it.
He had a little bit of speed on him, just a little bit. All right, so starting for Team Texas at quarterback. They're lining up in,
There was a wildcat formation there and got stopped in the backfield.
Number 6, Darnarcus Crockett with a carry for, looks like a loss of about 6.
Yeah, sometimes those trick plays don't work out for the best, but looks like Team Texas wanted to get a surprise on Team World early.
Yeah. Sam Brainer starting at quarterback for this Texas team. Quarterback from Warren Middle School, one of 3 from Warren Middle School here today, actually. Little toss pitch to number 28, Brock Sturgis from Katy Seven Lakes. Gets almost back to the line of scrimmage, or gets exactly back to the line of scrimmage, actually. 46-yard line.
And Sturgis was actually the Offensive Player of the Year for the NUC. He's, like you mentioned, out of Katy Seven Lakes. The Katy area in general produces some really good athletes, and so it'll be interesting to see how his future develops. But he's off to a great start here.
Watched Katy at the Texas championship games. Sturgis with a really nice run there. Really strong kid. He runs with good combination of size and skill. Bounces it out to the outside and looks like Team Texas will be facing a 3rd and short situation.
Yeah, and they're going a lot of full house backfield here, so they're giving him some blockers, giving him some leadway there. It should open up some big holes for him to break through. So they're going out of a slot here, slot T, so they should be able to pick up this 1st down.
All right, timeout Team Texas. They want to make sure that everything is good with their formation, and they're going to take a small timeout, regroup, make sure everything is good. Facing a 4th and 1 actually. So it'll be interesting if they go for it. It'll be a good way to start their opening drive if they can convert this 4th down. But I watched Katy High School at the Texas High School Championships at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, and like you said, Katy breeds a lot of talent, some really good players down there, and not sure if Sturgis plans to go to Katy High School, but it certainly would be a good landing spot for the youngster.
Yeah, definitely, like you mentioned, it's that Katy area in general produces a lot of great talent. Here, as we look at 4th and 1, wouldn't surprise me if they give him the ball, and I think you definitely have to go for it here on the opponent's 45-yard line.
Let's see, 4th and 1, right up the middle. Ooh, and I don't know if he got that. They give it to the fullback, or I guess running back, Aheem Sessions, big boy, and Looks like they stuffed him.
Yeah, he got stuffed. Team World came up big. They got a lot of penetration there from their front four, so they were able to make that stop, and that's key.
All right, so Team World takes the football at their own 46. Great field position for them. Let's see if they can take the ball farther than Team Texas did. Team Texas defense has some good players out there. Taking the ball for Team World at quarterback is number 10, and he is sacked. Sacked in the backfield. Big start. Great start for Team Texas. So they'll be facing second down and 17.
And that was Desonio Powell who made the sack for Team Texas, and he's out of Lancaster Middle School. And Lancaster's just a short drive here from Duncanville. They also produce some very quality athletes. They were in the state title game a couple years ago, so they're breeding some really great kids, and it's a great start there.
Oh, botch snap. Center snapped the ball really high, and they lose yardage once again. Team Texas to a fast start on defense. They are flying to the ball.
Saw the huge block there by Joe Hatsfield, though, and didn't get him much, but that was a tremendous hit that got Team World excited. So maybe they can build off of that, but it's going to be 3rd and long here.
Yeah, 3rd and long for Team World at their 33. They started at the 46, so they've already lost a good chunk of yardage. This is going to be it's interesting to see what they'll do here. Little slant route to Terrace Marshall Jr. out of Elm Grove Middle School. Gets them back to the 40-yard line, and they'll be facing 4th and long. So you expect them to punt here most definitely, but you never know.
And sometimes with these all-star games, it takes a little while for these kids to build up chemistry. You know, they come together. They've never played with each other before. So you expect to see some mistakes early, but as the game progresses, you see them gel a little bit more and kind of play off of each other. I'm sure we'll see less mistakes, but here's another
botch snap.
I'm not exactly sure what they're ruling there.
Okay, we're going to reset the ball, replay 4th down, try it one more time. After that, that was the second botch snap of the series. Pretty good punt. Oh, really good punt. Takes a huge bounce, and Team Texas just can't get a hand on it. Okay, makes a move. Makes another move, stays on his feet. Wow, look at the athleticism here. Wow, up the sideline. Excellent return out of what was nothing for Team Texas. Looked like he might have gotten tackled in the end zone, but he takes it all the way up to about the 30-yard line. DeMarcus Crockett out of McDonald Middle School.
Yeah, DeMarcus, the overall player of the year for the NUC, so you can expect to see him making a lot of plays today. He should have his name called early and often throughout the game.
Really good return there. Bounced off of a few defenders and ran through a few tackles as well. So DeMarcus Crockett.
Yeah, if he was able to keep his balance there along the sideline, he would have been gone, and that would have given Team Texas an early lead. But unfortunately for him, he's just stepped out of bounds. But we'll see him here on offense again.
All right, so 1st down for Team Texas from their own 30-yard line. They've been having a lot of people in the backfield in their offensive series. They have 3 in the backfield now. Oh, and then they spread it out. They decide to spread it out. 4 wide receiver set, going left to right for Team Texas. Little dump off pass to Brock Sturgis for about a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, some interesting formations from Team Texas to start off, trying to get a little bit of confusion going there. But I think with guys like Crockett and guys like Sturgis, I think you're going to see them run the ball a lot here, and that's why they're going full house early.
Sam Vrana with the completion. Sam Vrana is out of Warren Middle School, along with teammates Cameron Harris and Preston Miller, all out of Warren Middle School. So looking at a second and 8 from the 32-yard line for Team Texas. Vrana will take the snap. Little inside pitch action there for a very minimal gain. Aheem Sessions with a carry once again for Team Texas.
Yeah, Team Texas hasn't really gotten anything through the middle there. That's the second time he's been stuffed coming up the gut, and big reason for that is Team World's middle linebacker, J.B. Guyot, linebacker out of Good Hope Middle School in Louisiana. He's a fierce linebacker that can come up and really lay the wood, and you've seen him in the mix here so far.
Overall Player of the Year for Team World. And there he is again. Squares him up and makes a beautiful tackle for another loss of yardage.
Yeah, no wiggle room for Crockett there. Couldn't get away from him.
This guy Guyot out of Louisiana, he's really, really making an impact so far in this game. Overall Player of the Year, like I said. And he's just all over the field. He's making great tackles, excellent form for a kid his age, and I think some high school is going to be really lucky to have that kid.
Yeah, he's playing middle linebacker right now. He's captaining the defense, making the calls, and making a lot of plays out there. So good development for the future for him.
All right, so 4th and long for Team Texas, and it looks like they're going to go for it. No punting here. All offense.
An interesting decision.
Vrana drops back, scrambles around in the pocket. He has his receiver wide open, and he missed him.
That was a really interesting decision for Team Texas to go for it there. Not sure if they're lacking in the punting department, if they don't have someone that can punt, but they usually don't go for it when you're at your own 27. So Team World's going to have a great field position here.
Awesome field position. All right, so Team World taking over at the Texas 20, looks like the 27-yard line.
You're seeing Guyot involved here on offense. He's actually going to line up as a fullback, maybe a big blocker there.
Isaiah Wilson the 5th at quarterback for Team World. He'll be taking the snap out of the shotgun. Fakes the pitch and gets rocked. Another loss of yardage. The penetration in this game on both ends has been incredible.
Yeah, and that was DeSonio Powell again, as I mentioned earlier, from Lancaster. He's making some big plays. Already has 2 tackles for loss here in this game, so he's getting some great penetration, as he said. The whole front four here really making a big push. Texas World, Team World, we haven't seen them gain any positive yardage in this game.
Team Texas doing a great job on defense. 2nd and long for Team World. They'll try out of a 2-back shotgun set. Oh, an instant penetration, but Wilson the 5th is able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds, but I don't think he gained any yardage. In fact, he might have lost. In fact, he lost a lot. He lost at least 5 or 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, I guess that's why they were not afraid to go for it. They're deep in their own territory. I mean, Team World started off at the 27. They're back at the 41.
Wow. The Team Texas front is looking very, very mean out there so far in this game. Absolutely no yardage allowed for Team World. 3rd and long for Wilson the 5th. He'll be taking the snap out of the shotgun, scrambles to his left, has a receiver, and he just overthrows him. He had Evan Rice from Mill Valley open, and he just missed him.
Yeah, and as Rice gets older, he'll learn to continue on that route. He was kind of hesitant there, trying to wait out for the ball. If he would have just kept going, I think he would have been able to make that catch. But it's another 4th and long here for Team World, and they can punt and pin them deep, or they can try to go for it and see if they can land some type of big play. In this situation, Biani, what do you think you would do?
Well, the first punt that they had was a pretty good one by Preston Eisnagel. So I'd say that they go ahead and pin them deep and try to and because it doesn't look like Team Texas wants to punt this game. So if they can stop them, get a stop on defense, then they'll be set up in great field position once more.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. When you have a punter that can pin them deep like that, you definitely have to pin them deep here and see what your defense can give you. You just can't allow Crockett to shake and bake and make those moves again. So try hitting the corners, try coffining them, and it looks like that's what they're going to decide to go ahead and do.
Yep. So DeMarcus Crockett back deep to receive the punt for Team Texas, and we've already seen what he can do. So we'll see what transpires this time around. Team World punting from their own 40. I'm sorry, from the Team Texas 41.
That's exactly what they try to do. They try to go to the corner away from Crockett, and it's a great
Eisnagel,
punt.
oh wow, what an excellent punt! It just gets inside, sneaks inside the pylon, and that was as good as they come.
Yeah, that was a great effort there. Unfortunately, just rolled into the end zone. But you got to get your punt team down there to down that ball.
Eisnagel looking like the early MVP with 2 excellent punts. Looks like Team Texas will start from their own 20-yard line.
Again, we're going with the full house look here, and they spread it out again.
Spread it out. 4 wide receivers. And Sam Vrana completes the pass to his favorite receiver and running back Brock Sturgis for a great gain. That was a great catch by Sturgis. Good concentration, makes the cut back to the middle of the field, gets up the field for a few more yards. So Team Texas will be looking at 2nd and short, 2nd and 3, 27-yard line. Moving left to right is Team Texas. Sam Vrana hands off the football to Alex Julian, who bounces out to the outside for a Team Texas first down. Good-looking run and good-looking hold from the offensive line there.
Yeah, actually it looked like it was Crockett from his speed. He was able to hit that hole hard and able to pick up that first down, and that's what you got to do is lower your head. And
actually, you're right. That was DeMarcus Crockett. DeMarcus Crockett from McDonald. So direct snap to Crockett. They're going to give it to him again, and he's trying to get upfield, and he's stuffed.
It looks like we have a flag on the play, and someone's helmet came off as well.
Flag on the play. Let's get the call from the officials. And it looks like it's on Team World. 15-yard personal foul. I'm guessing it was a face mask.
Yeah, you saw Kevin Valdez's helmet came off, and didn't exactly see what happened, but I'm sure it got ripped off in some form or fashion, and can't have those kind of mistakes even when things get a little chippy there. It cost them, and now it looks like Team Texas is about to...
They're about to speed it up. 4 wide receivers. Vrana with a quick screen pass to Sturgis, and he breaks a tackle, and he's upfield, 20 down to the 16-yard line. Great catch and run by Brock Sturgis, the Offensive Player of the Year for Team Texas out of Katy, and And he's putting on a show so far.
Yeah, I think what Team Texas needs to do is do more of that. Get Sturgis, get Crockett on the outside, get them in the flats, give them some space to work with because they have the speed, and you saw Sturgis show it off there with a huge gain.
Big game for Sturgis has Team Texas driving all the way down to their 18-yard line. They give the ball back to Crockett for a minimal gain.
See those direct snaps to Crockett not working very well. Maybe if they can give him a chance to pass, it might open things up because right now they know when he gets the ball, he's taking off with it.
It's going to be a second down at the 17 for Team Texas. Spread it out once more, 4 wide receivers. And this time, Vrana pump fakes the screen and completes it out for a touchdown.
Beautiful catch there. Just going over the defender and making that reception. And that was Kit Connolly.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, great jump ball there. He and great placement there by Vrana. Kind of a back shoulder a little bit there where only his receiver could catch it, and comes down with an excellent catch and gives Team Texas the lead early.
Excellent catch by Connolly. Targets the ball at its highest point, goes up there and brings it down. So Team Texas scores first, and they'll be lining up for the extra point. Looks like they're going for 2. No punting, no kicking. They're going to line it up tight. All right. And Sam Vrana completes the pass for the 2-point conversion.
Now it's to Colin Lundgren out of Arbor Creek Middle School. Both these guys, looks like Lundgren and Connolly have some good size on them and maybe some mismatches for corners. And out here in Texas, it used to be all about the ground game. It used to be all about Earl Campbell and giving him the football, but lately it's been all about the spread. You see high schools like South Lake Carroll gaining national recognition for their spread, and looks like Team Texas wasn't afraid to give Vrana the reins there and let him pass a little bit more, and he leads them down the field quickly for a touchdown.
And he did a great job of getting the ball into the hands of his playmakers, Sturgis and Crockett. They were the ones who gained the majority of the yardage on that series. And with open field, open space in front of them, they're very dangerous, very dangerous. So Team Texas scores first, 8-0, the score with 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, and just going back to quarterbacks, I'm sure Vrana grew up watching some of Texas's best, whether it was Vince Young or Robert Griffin III. Drew Brees is out of Austin Westlake. Texas produces some really quality quarterbacks.
Matt Stafford out of Highland Park.
You had Colt McCoy when he was leading those Texas teams to the national championship. So Texas produces a lot of high-quality quarterbacks, a lot of spread quarterbacks, and I'm sure Vrana looks up to some of those guys, and it looks like he's off to a good start early in his career.
Lot of talent bred here in Texas, as we mentioned before. Team Texas set to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Back deep for Team World. Oh, another onside kick. And 64 for Team World. Nick Russo falls on it. Nick Russo from St. Virgil's Middle School out of New Jersey. Defensive tackle, or offensive tackle. Plays both ways, though. Falls on the football and gives Team World the football with great field position once again. I don't think that they've started a drive past their own 40-yard line or deeper inside their own territory than the 40-yard line.
Well, they were at the 27 when they made that stop, and then they got pushed back to the 41. But you're right, they haven't been able to move the ball at all, and it looks like they have a new quarterback in.
New quarterback, Colsey Anderson. And he botches the snap.
Same problems.
And gets driven back to about the 33-yard line. What's going on with the center to quarterback exchange?
I mean, like I said, these kids don't have a lot of time to practice together, so sometimes, mistakes happen early, but it looks like it's the same problems, and I don't think it's on the quarterback. I think they might need to make a switch at center. Those balls have been a little high, and it looks like there, though, Anderson just missed the ball. That looked like it was a decent snap, but they're going to have to figure that out. I think when the defense is on the field, obviously you need to have your centers and quarterbacks on the sideline working with each other, because if not, they're going to keep making the same mistakes no matter who's in there. And we've seen Team World botch about 5 snaps in the first quarter, and that can't keep happening. They've had about 3 times as many negative plays as they've had positive plays, and that's due to those botched snaps.
And that can't continue to take place. If they plan to catch up to Team Texas out early 8-0 here at the beginning of the second quarter. Team Texas scored on a beautiful touchdown catch by number 30, Kit Connolly, wide receiver. Sam Vrana completed the pass to him.
And I think in the first quarter, it was just Team Texas being able to control the line of scrimmage. It's always key to control the line of scrimmage and dominate in the trenches, and that's what they've been able to do on both sides of the ball, being able to dominate on defense and gain and pressure these guys into making mistakes. And I think it's kind of into maybe the center's head, like, they're coming for me, and he's not really concentrating on the snap. And on the offensive side of the ball, they're opening up some holes for Sturgis and Crockett and giving Vrana some time to complete some passes. So really it all starts up front, and that's where Team Texas has been able to control this game.
Switching sides of the field now, Team World will be going from left to right. Number 7, Cozy Anderson takes the snap and throws the ball out into the flats, completes the pass to Cordell Simmons from Blue Valley Northwest, and he takes the ball up the field to about the 44-yard line. And that came after that was the second play of the drive after the botch snap backed them up a long way. So now they'll have a 3rd and long situation. They'll have to get to the 38-yard line in order to convert this first down. Team Texas has been playing great defense, so let's see if Team World can get something happen here. Cozy Anderson takes the snap and tries to do something with his feet, but he just gets tattooed.
He took a huge lick there by Robert Tolbert out of Murphy Middle School, and he's actually going to go to Plano East High School, and they have an excellent linebacking corps out there. Landis Durham has a couple of BCS offers. Austin Corbett has an SMU offer. And Anthony Hines, a 2017 prospect, is actually committed to Mississippi State. So he's going to join those 3 guys out there at Plano East, and that's going to be one heck of a linebacking corps next year. It'll be interesting to see if he gets some time on the varsity as a freshman, because there's so many talented linebackers for Plano East.
Eisnigel punts again. This one wasn't as good as the last 2. And Team Texas takes the punt back to the 44-yard line, and that's where they will start their next drive, first drive of the second quarter for them.
Yeah, Crockett was able to get that on the bounce and gain some good yardage and decent field position here for Team Texas again.
Team Texas has been doing an excellent job on defense. Team World has yet to gain. I think they gained 1 first down the whole game, the whole first quarter.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Team World just has been dominated in the trenches, and Team Texas has been able to control the line of scrimmage here on offense.
Team Texas with 3 running backs in the backfield snaps the ball to Brock Sturgis, and looks like he lost a yard on that one. Penetration, great penetration up front for Team World.
Yeah, and that was Giat again, the linebacker out of Good Hope Middle School out in Louisiana. He's been Team World's best player so far. He's been doing everything he can to limit this Team Texas offense, and he's been roaming all over the field, has great sideline to sideline speed, and you see him right there coming up through the middle and making another tackle for loss.
Second down for Team Texas. And wow, Giat just exploded through the line of scrimmage and makes another tackle for loss, DJ.
Yeah, he's really a great player there in the middle. Said, I don't necessarily need my defensive line to give me any pressure. I'll go back there and make the tackle myself, and he makes a huge hit there on number 33, James Marte out of North Forney, who is a bigger back, is listed as a tight end. Doesn't matter for Giat, he's going to make a hit no matter what.
Exactly what you want to see out of your middle linebacker, read and react. Third down for Team Texas, and they have to get to the Team World 47-yard line in order to convert this first down. They decide to spread it out this time. 4 wide receivers. Quick pass out to Crockett, and he jets up the field to about the 50-yard line, but that won't be enough. But however, looks like it doesn't really matter where Team Texas takes the field. It's always 4-down territory for them because they will not punt the football. So I guess it's going to be 4th and short. Well, 4th and about 5.
Well, that was a smart play. If you know you're going to go for it on 4th down, you got to get Crockett on the outside and give him some room. And like I mentioned on the previous drive, I think that's the key, is getting Sturgis and Crockett some room on the outside, and you saw what he was able to do. And makes it a manageable 4th and 5 rather than 4th and 13 or wherever they were at right now. So look for them to have another outside play. Actually, looks like they might punt here.
Oh, wow. Punt formation for Team Texas. All right.
They actually do punt and pin Team World back around their own 20-yard line.
Carter Smith from Foley Middle School punched the ball, and Team World will start their drive from their own 23-yard line.
With how well the Team Texas defense is playing, I'm surprised they didn't go for it there when they went for it back in their own territory in the first quarter. But maybe they learned. Punting's part of the game, and sometimes you just have to do it. Can't go for it every 4th down, and gives this defense an opportunity to pin them back deep in their own territory.
I guess they saw how well Eisnagel was doing for Team World, and they wanted to give their guys a shot, I guess. Team World, starting at their own 23-yard line, they're spreading it out. 3 wide receivers, 1 running back in the backfield. Number 10, Preston Eisnagel, with the throw out to Cordell Simmons.
The second consecutive drive, they're trying to get it out to Simmons there. He looks like a taller receiver, really athletic. Maybe see him, instead of just taking the screen, maybe just fake the screen and go deep on one of these plays, because it looks like he's a guy that can be a mismatch for opposing corners.
Team Texas's Cameron Harris and Joshua Scott came up for the tackle, and they've been doing a great job of swarming to the football. Not too many broken tackles. They all swarm to the football, and they get there very quickly. 2 running backs in the backfield. 3 wide receivers split out. Another high snap. And
another high snap and another tackle by Robert Tolbert. Great defensive player that's going to be headed to Plano East next year. They really need to fix those snaps, Biani.
Yeah, they have to. That's got to be the 5th or 6th time that the quarterback has been really thrown off rhythm because of these high snaps. And I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a passing play by Eisnagel, but with the high snap, he just tried to do something with his feet, because by the time he had the snap in his hands, he was already facing immense pressure. 3rd down, another 3rd down and long for Team World. 4 wide receiver set, 1 running back in the backfield. Eisnagel takes the snap, pump fakes, delivers a pass out to his wide receiver, but it fell to an incompletion. Underthrew his receiver, number 5, Kendrick Stanley there. and looks like he'll be out to punt once more.
Yeah, and going back to those high snaps, it's so key when you're running a split shotgun where you're relying on read option plays and veers and faking handoffs to have that timing down, because if those high snaps go away or or you're not able to make any fakes, then there's really no point in running the formation or running those plays.
Eisnagel with a high but short snap that time, and Team Texas will have excellent field position. They'll start at the Team World 37-yard line. And Cedarius Barfield out of El Dorado, Texas, will take the helm at quarterback for Team Texas this drive. After Sam Vrana did an excellent job of taking them down the field for a touchdown in the first quarter. Another 3 running back set, and once again they decide to spread it out. Big guys on offense for Team Texas.
And big guys in the slot, maybe a little bit of a mismatch there with linebackers, and actually go deep.
Wow. Cedarius Barfield beats the blitz. Team World came on a linebacker blitz. They blitzed both their outside linebackers, and Barfield made them pay.
Yeah, it was another great catch actually by Kit Connolly, who caught the touchdown pass in the first quarter. Again, a bigger receiver that's a mismatch for opposing corners. He came back for that ball and was able to jump in front of the defensive back and make a great catch again, and gives Team Texas an opportunity to score here in the red zone.
Actually, Team World came on a cornerback blitz that time. 24 Team Texas with the ball. Barfield takes the snap and uses his feet to get up to about the 10-yard line. 11-yard line, excuse me. Got those players mixed up. That was not a cornerback blitz. That was 24 for Team World. Todd Simpson coming off the edge from Camdenton High School. Team Texas deep inside Team World territory. Second down. And they're going to snap it, direct snap to the big fella. And he gets up across the 10-yard line.
Yeah, James Marthe again getting the ball. Last time he got met by Guyot, but not this time. He's able to rumble down and gain some positive yardage and inside the 10-yard line, but it's going to be a key third down coming up here.
3rd and 6 for Team Texas. And they can still make a first down here. It isn't quite 3rd and goal. The first down marker is right at the 1-yard line. So if they get it inside the 1 and don't score, then they'll have a 1st and goal. 2 wide receiver set, 2 tight ends, and they both go out for the pass. And one of them catches the ball right at the goal line for a touchdown. Wow. Cedarius Barfield leads Team Texas right up the field and throws a strike to Logan Rayborn out of Park Hill Junior High for the touchdown.
That was a great job by Rayburn, just sitting there in the soft spot, just waiting for the pass to come. Bearfield found him in between 2 defenders, and he was able to score a touchdown and give Team Texas a 2-score lead.
Great throw by Barfield. And Team Texas, as expected, will go for the 2-point conversion. Direct snap to Sam Vrana, and he's doing all he can, but it's not enough. They decided to spread it out and give him the chance to take the football with space, and he could not get away from that Team World pressure.
Yeah, nothing there, but Team Texas still in control of this game, 14-0. You know, Biani, this game again has been controlled pretty much by Team Texas. You see Barfield again there with that excellent throw to Rayburn, who was sitting there in that soft spot and was able to score. Really, with Team World, really what they have to do is kind of just settle down and calm down. I mean, there's 4:17 left here before the half, but we've still seen the same mistakes, the same botched snaps, the high snaps. If they can just calm down and play their game, I mean, obviously these kids coming from all over the country have had to develop chemistry really quickly with their teammates. But if they can get it going here offensively, give some of their guys a chance to do something with the ball, such as Joe Hatsfield, who's wide receiver out of Olathe Northwest in Kansas. He was the Offensive Player of the Year for Team World. We haven't seen him involved too much in the offense, and I think they really need to get him going. They have obviously they've been doing a decent job defensively, but they really need to fix those mistakes on offense.
Yeah, Joe Hatsfield, definitely a playmaker, and we haven't called his name at all today. So we shall see if they can get him incorporated. Pretty good return here for Team World. Return all the way out to the 36-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Like you said, I'm incredibly surprised that we haven't called Hatsfield's name because he's the primary player on the offense for Team World.
Yeah, the Offensive Player of the Year. I would definitely look at him and target him early. You have Cordell Simmons on the other side, who's also from the state of Kansas, from Blue Valley Northwest, that they've gotten involved, and you see them on the same side of the field and could create danger here if the quarterback can get them the ball.
4:07 left in the first half. Team Texas with the handoff, and look at him go.
And look who that is. Giat getting the carry, the star of the defense, trying to carry the offense as well.
Good speed for a big guy. He hit the hole with a lot of power and took it right up the field for a rare first down for Team World.
Yeah, and he's actually, his secondary position is listed as a running back, so he's gotten some time at that position in middle school, and that speed is really what helps him come up and make tackles for losses in the backfield on defense, and he utilizes it here to gain some big yardage for Team World.
So 2nd and 10 for Team World from the 46-yard line. And this time they fake the handoff. And Isaiah Wilson, the 5th, bounces it out to the outside and picks up another Team World first down. First time, 2 consecutive first downs for Team World, and they are driving. They want to score before the end of this first half. Great run by Isaiah Wilson.
That's why I mentioned the timing of the snaps is so important in this offense. When you're running fakes and you're running read options and you're running veers, you need to have that timing down because those fakes are what creates confusion along the defensive line, and that's why Wilson the 5th was able to get on the outside because it was a great snap, great fake.
Another direct snap to Giat, who takes it up to the middle of the field for about a 2-yard pickup. 2-yard gain. Gets them down to the Team Texas 38-yard line.
As bad as this offense has been, they're really moving the chains here on this drive, and if they're able to score here before the half, they're basically cutting the lead in half, and it's only going to be a one-possession game heading into halftime. But the bottom line is they have to get down there and score and continue with this momentum.
Clock continuing to tick away. 2:20 left in the first half.
You see another good snap and another good fake.
And Wilson takes it himself once again. Gets down to about the 35-yard line. Tough guy, Wilson. He has no interest in sliding at all. He's taking on these defenders.
And it looked like it was going to be a bigger play than it was, but you see that speed of the Team Texas defense, that sideline to sideline speed. You see those red helmets coming at you, and it's going to be tough for Wilson to get away. And that was number 50 there, Cameron Harris out of Warren Middle School. Again, we've called his name a couple of times, and he's showing good speed on defense as well.
3rd down and 4 for Team World. And it's going to be another handoff, and he can't get to the outside. Team Texas, linebacker number 54, Carter Smith with an excellent open field tackle. You have to think, if he breaks that tackle, he's on his way to the end zone, EJ.
Yeah, I mean, the hole was there, and he hit it quickly. But like I mentioned, the sideline-to-sideline speed of this Team Texas defense has really been key. And for a moment, it looked like Shaddix was going to have some open field, but Carter Smith came up and said, no, sir, we are not allowing you to get past us here deep in the second half. It's about 1:20 remaining. And 4th down here, if I were Team World, I'd definitely go ahead and go for it here. You have nothing to lose, down 14 with 1:20 to go. Do you agree, Beyond? You think they should go?
Definitely agree. This has been definitely been their most productive drive of the game. And it's 4th and manageable. It isn't 4th and 17 or anything like that. And I doubt that they have a kicker on roster that can kick a near 50-yard field goal. So I'd say definitely to go for it. 1 minute 20 seconds left.
Look for Cordell Simmons in the slot here. That's exactly where they go, but
it's picked off, intercepted. Number 54 for Team Texas, and he's down the sideline all the way down to the Team World 11-yard line. Carter Smith comes up big again from Foley Middle School.
Yeah, he had that huge tackle on 3rd down, comes up big on 4th down, and like I mentioned, there was a mismatch there with Cordell Simmons in the slot, and he recognized it. Wilson recognized it, and that's why he went quick to him on the slant route. But Carter Smith closes, makes the interception, and brings it inside the 15-yard line. And now Team Texas, instead of it maybe being a 14-7 game, it might be 21-0 here with Team Texas having the ball at the 12-yard line.
We shall see. Team World, they definitely need to get a big stop here. They don't want to go into halftime 3 touchdowns behind. What a change of events. Team Texas with the football. Sam Vrana takes the snap and gets a couple yards in the middle of the field. Time ticking away, 56 seconds left. Vrana trying to get his offense together and back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like Vrana had a little room, but it looked like they dropped back Guyad as a kind of a spy there, and he was able to make a good open field tackle.
Vrana takes the snap, throws it out to Sturgis, almost breaks the tackle, gets down to about the 8-yard line, and I think Team Texas is going to go ahead and take a timeout here. 34 seconds left.
Smart timeout, 34 seconds left. Regroup here, big 3rd down coming up. You kind of want to see what exactly you're going to do. Gives the coaches some time to plan out what they want to do here. I think you can get Vrana rolling out and have him look for his favorite target, Kit Conley, who's made some great catches. Maybe hit him going to the corner of the end zone, or at least get him going on an out route. I think he's a mismatch for corner, so you could see Vrana target him here. And that would be my best bet as to what they're thinking about doing here on this pivotal 3rd down.
Big 3rd down here for Team World, who I thought had a great chance to go into halftime with the lead cut down to 1 score, but that interception was crucial for them.
You see Conley here out one-on-one. Don't be surprised if they could look at him.
Oh, wow. And Team Texas with the...
Well, they've rocked Vrana there, but it looks like it's going to be incomplete.
They call it incomplete. Great penetration up the middle from Team World. and it looked like it could have been a forced fumble, but they called it an incompletion. So 4th down here for Team Texas, and of course they're going to go for it.
And doesn't look like they're sending out the field goal unit.
Vrana botches a snap himself and throws an interception in the end zone.
He was looking for Conley, like I mentioned, who was lined up once again one-on-one on the outside, but underthrown there, not thrown. You need to, if you're going to go to Conley there in the back pylon, you need to give him a chance to make a catch and get that ball a little higher. That was just a kind of a line drive, and it was picked off there.
Evan Rice comes down with the interception. He's listed as a wide receiver who can also play safety, and he comes down with the easy interception.
That was key for Team World. Like you mentioned earlier, they did not want to go down 3 touchdowns into halftime, and I'd expect them to just take a knee here, but, well, it looks like they're going to spread it out.
They're going to spread it out. Trips on one side, lone receiver on the other. And Team World's going to regroup things, call a timeout here. Using up their final couple of timeouts here before the end of the first half. They have none. Well, that was their final timeout, so no team has any timeouts left here in the first half. So we'll see if they want to throw it deep maybe, or.
Yeah, we haven't called Hatsfield's name a lot, but if you can get him up, get him matched up in single coverage, maybe you can look at him deep, hook and lateral type of play here with 21 seconds. You can also just go on a corner route, an out route that can gain you about 20 yards and maybe give you a shot at a Hail Mary, because there's still 21 seconds, so they'll might have a chance for a play or two if they can get out of bounds. But, I think the big thing for Team World was just preventing Team Texas from taking advantage of that turnover. And if they don't make any mistakes here, they'll go into the half down 14-0.
Giat in the backfield going to look to give his quarterback some time, and incomplete pass broken up by number 33 from Texas, James Martha from North Forney at linebacker. Had a receiver open over the middle, but he just missed him.
Yeah, Marte comes up big there, and I'm surprised they're not just heading into halftime down 14, because they're pinned back here pretty deep and don't want any errors to happen. And Marte was almost able to come up with an interception there for Team Texas.
Eyes now go back at quarterback once again. 4 wide receivers. Giat blocking.
And they just take the knee
here. And they decide to go ahead and take the knee. They're going to go down 14-0 at halftime. Team Texas with a dominant performance defensively. I think they gave up no more than 3 or 4 first downs that first half, and they'll be going into the locker room with a comfortable lead.
Yeah, you just didn't want to make any mistakes there before the half. 14-0 is still manageable. You didn't want anybody to make another interception and have Team Texas score again before the half. So 14-0. Team World hasn't played as well as they know they could, but going into the second half, they're going to have a manageable. They're down 14-0, so that's only 2 touchdowns. If they can get it going, stop making bad snaps, then maybe they can come back to make this an interesting game here down the stretch. But it looks like we're going to have a 12-minute halftime.
All right. Beyonce Mickles and E.J. Holland calling the game for you all. We will be back shortly. And so we will see if the World can get anything going here in this second half after Texas also dominated on defense.
And they're going to have an early opportunity here. They're going to receive here to start the second half. You've seen Team Texas go kick a couple of onside kicks here. It'll be interesting to see if they do it again or actually kick it deep and let Team World have a chance to get some good field position here in the return game.
Texas set to kick it off. The World had a very promising drive, their second to last offensive possession of the first half, but they could not could not take it down for points. They ended up getting
Mic check.
intercepted. Let's see if
Mic
they
check.
can build off of that momentum because they got 2 first downs in a row. Their best player, Guyot, had a couple of great runs. Let's see if they'll try to utilize him more on offense this half and see if they can put some points on the board.
Well, returning for Team World is actually Terrace Marshall Jr. out of Elm Grove in Louisiana. You know Louisiana produces some blazing speedsters, so if he gets the ball in his hands, watch out.
Team Texas waiting on the signals from the referee. Number 54, Carter Smith, will be kicking off for Team Texas. And it looks like they're going to switch the field. So Team Texas will be going from left to right. They're in the white uniforms today, and Team World are in the blue.
A little bit of confusion there on which side people were kicking. And it doesn't look like the wind has been too much of a factor today. It is blowing a little bit, but, any little bit, I guess, can help.
It's true. Team Texas with the kickoff, and it is an onside kick once again. Team World recovers.
Yeah, Team World doesn't have the hands team out there, but they've been able to recover these onside kicks. It hasn't really surprised them too much here.
Looks like number 8, Evan Rice from Mill Valley, makes the onside kick recovery, and Team World will start with great field position as they have for pretty much the entire game.
And just have to do something with it. They haven't had they've had the field position, but they haven't been able to convert. Again, turnovers, botch snaps. See if they can fix that this half. And if they can, they might be able to build off of it and actually get pay dirt here and score some points.
Team World starting at their own 48-yard line. Let's see who's in for quarterback. It's going to be Preston Eisnagel. He took snaps in the first half as well. 2 running backs in the backfield with him, 3 wide receivers set out. Hands the football off to number 31 with a great run between the tackles.
Yeah, good one cut there by Shaddix. Gains about 8 yards, and it's a good way to start off this second half.
Gets down close to the first down marker. Set him up for a 2nd and 1. And on these 2nd and 1s, that's when you can really open up the playbook. So
Yeah, you can just give them a deep ball here. Again, we didn't call Hatsfield's name out too much, but here 2nd and 1 could give him single coverage deep, but instead they hand it off.
Instead they hand it off for Guyot, who gets up the field, runs right up the middle for a Team World first down, gets down to the Team Texas 39-yard line.
Yeah, Guyot running hard on offense, making some big hits on defense. He was really the star for Team World in the first half, and seeing if they can get him a little bit more involved here in the second half, because he's a tough runner, a guy that's hard to bring down and is going to punish defenders and wear out the defense.
Really strong kid, loves contact, doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Two running back set, 3 wide receivers split out, and Guyot up the middle once again, and he is just bullying over these Team Texas defenders.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that's tough to bring down, just puts his head down, runs through about 3 or 4 tacklers there, and is able to pick up another 8 yards or so.
2nd and 3, another 2nd and short yardage situation for Team World, and they are driving down the field once again. It's very similar to that drive in the first half that we talked about earlier. Guyot taking them up the field, and they're getting consecutive first downs. Let's see if they can punch it in for points this time around. Guyot sees something that he doesn't like and calls a timeout for Team World. So first time out of the half for them.
Yeah, it looks like they had too many men on the field. They were rushing to get Shaddix off, and instead of making some type of mistake down here when they're driving pretty nicely here, they go ahead and use the timeout. But their Team World looks like they're playing to their strengths in this half, running the football more. They're getting Shaddix on just some nice inside handoffs where he's able to make one cut and go. They're giving it to Giat, who's able to bulldoze his way for positive 6, 7, 8-yard gains, and that's how they're down here close to the 30-yard line. And 2nd and 3, it wouldn't surprise me to see Giat bulldoze his way for another first down here again. So need to keep playing to their strengths, keep running the football, and that's what's been helping them succeed here in the second half.
If it isn't broke, don't fix it. And by running the football, that should also open up the rest of the field for play action pass and things of that nature. 2nd and 3, and they give the ball off to a running back again, but this time it isn't Giat. They hand it off to number 32.
Let's say 22, and it's Rodrell Moore.
Excuse me, 22. And that was a loss of yardage. So now they're going to need 6 yards for the first down. Ball at the Team Texas 35-yard line. Need to get down to the 29 for a first down.
And Rodrell Moore goes to the sideline right away. Surprised they didn't give it to Giat there in a short yardage situation.
Two running backs in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Eisnagel tries to take it himself and doesn't get much. So there's going to be a 4th down situation here. About 4th and 5, for the first down. Blue team checking in Cordell Simmons. And it looks like they're going to definitely go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You're at 34, and you finally have a little bit of momentum. You want to see if you can continue it and try to score here. Team World in desperate need of at least a field goal or maybe even a touchdown here.
So they put Cordell in the slot. Hand the ball off to Giat. And as much as he fights, he is stopped short of the 30-yard line. So Team Texas with a big stop on defense, and they will take over on downs.
Going back to that 2nd down and 3, I really think they should have given it to Giat there in a short yardage situation. Instead, they had a play where they lost yards. They had another play where Team Texas was just able to bow up, and a promising drive just ends up stalling out, and Team Texas will take over again. And they have, again, coming out with some dangerous weapons here on offense. They have a chance to go down the field and take a 3-score lead.
Team Texas with the ball going left to right at the 33-yard line. Sam Vrana back at quarterback. 3 running back set. Direct snap to Mr. Crockett. And that guy can dance for days. Gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage, though, for a loss of about 5 yards. But his athleticism and ability to cut and juke defenders is definitely special at his age as an 8th grader.
Yeah, the offensive line just has to be able to get more of a push up front. They're allowing Team World to get in there too quickly and forcing Crockett to have to shake and bake rather than have a full head of steam upfield.
They go right back to the same play, and this time Crockett gets space outside, and he's up all the way up to the Team World 41-yard line, but there was a flag in the backfield. Let's see what the call is. Great run by Crockett, and that was just speed. He took that snap and
unfortunately, it was an illegal formation for Team Texas, so great run by Crockett, wiped out by the penalty.
Big run negated, and they'll lose 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. And remember, their first play was a loss of 5 yards already, so they're looking at a 2nd and very long.
And it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 19 from their own 29, so not a good situation for Team Texas here.
Not a good situation at all, but you see, you just saw their ability to get chunk yardage just on Crockett's speed alone. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Direct snap to Crockett. 3 times in a row. And this time he doesn't get much. Gets about 2 yards up to the 26, 27-yard line.
And you saw Gayat coming backside to make that tackle. Again, great sideline to sideline speed. And they're really depending on him today. I mean, again, he's been their best weapon throughout the game. And in an all-star game, you would expect kids to get more rest and more of a rotation. Not Gayat. He wants to be out there on both sides of the ball. And he's really been the big factor for Team World and has really kept them in this ball game.
Team Texas facing a 3rd and long situation. Vrana drops back, and wow, he gets sacked. Great speed from Todd Simpson coming off the edge at defensive end. Camdenton High School gets the sack.
Yeah, out in Missouri, he's able to come out there and just doesn't allow Vrana to make any kind of move there. He just brings him down, and it's going to force a punt for Team Texas.
Team World has 2 men deep to receive the punt. And this is a great one. Wow. Punt backs Team World all the way up to the 25-yard line where they received the ball, and he only got 5 yards, if that.
Yeah, not a lot of room for Colsey Anderson to work with, and Team World's going to start off at around the 30-yard line.
This kind of makes you wonder why Team Texas wasn't punting from the get-go.
Yeah, great punt there. I don't think Colsey Anderson was expecting a punt to be that deep because it goes over his head, and not a lot of room for him to work with.
As you see on the replay here, booming punt. Colsey Anderson has nowhere to run, tries to fake out that defender, but no way.
Yeah, it was just a solid tackle there by Jathan Luna out of Grant Middle School.
Team World with the ball back. Fakes the handoff. Isaiah Wilson takes the ball up.
And Isaiah Wilson was actually the quarterback that led them on that nice drive there towards the end of the second half. Unfortunately for him, it ended with the interception, and he was just making a quick read on a slant route where he had a mismatch, and it wasn't necessarily his fault, but if he can bounce back from that and forget about that interception, maybe he can help take them down the field again.
His defense definitely gave him a shot, not giving up any more points. So let's see what he can do. 3 wide receivers set, 2 running backs in the backfield. Isaiah Wilson will take the snap. Hands off to Guyot. Wow, Guyot a couple cuts all the way back to the other side of the field, other side of the hash, and picks up about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, but Team World has kind of struggled here with 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 3s. They haven't really been able to pick up first downs on 3rd down, so this is a key down, obviously, and you want to kind of get Wilson on the outside to use his speed, kind of getting him rolling out, and he has some decent receivers again. He just hasn't been able to get them the ball.
3rd and 4 here for Team World. 1 running back in the backfield. Isaiah Wilson at quarterback, takes the snap, drops back, reads, breaks out of the pocket, wants to take it himself, and he did. He gets the first down.
Yeah, and he, like I mentioned, he rolled out there, and he had Hatsfield, but decides to take it himself, puts his head down, and picks up the first down, and that'll work too.
You see on the replay, looks left initially, and then he just takes off. Gets out there. Haven't seen much sliding today from these quarterbacks, EJ. They want all the yardage.
Yeah, the thing about Team World's quarterbacks is they really haven't been able to get their receivers going in any kind of way. I think maybe some quick slants, some quick outs might be able to help these quarterbacks get into the rhythm as far as the passing game.
Team World with a first down at the 42-yard line. Handoff, bad exchange from the quarterback to the running back there, and that'll be a loss of yardage.
It looks like Keegan Linegar just kind of lost his footing there at a Valiant Middle School out in Oklahoma.
Yijah Hall, number 57, with the tackle for loss, playing defensive tackle out of Bryan High School here in Texas. Team World, now that they're back, they've been backed up to the 39-yard line, need to get to the 48. Oh, offensive line gives Wilson time this time around, but couldn't find any receivers open, so he takes it himself about 3-4 yards up the field.
Yeah,
almost to the initial line of scrimmage.
No getting away from Cameron Harris and Zachary Nat, two guys that just close in quickly and don't allow him to get any yardage trying to scramble there.
Team World huddling up, trying to get something going on the offensive side of the ball. Wilson, two running backs back in the backfield. They'll block for him as he takes a snap, throws it up, and it's overthrown.
And they're finally looking at Hatsfield deep there. We've been waiting for that all day, and they are just not able to connect. Not a very good throw. You have Hatsfield on one side. You have Terrace Marshall Jr. on the other side. That you just need to incorporate them more. And that starts with Isaiah Wilson just needing to make better throws there.
So Team World set to punt. And Team Texas has looks like Brock Sturgis out to return the kick. And he makes a cut. Actually, it's Joshua Scott. Rolls out to the sideline. Picks up a decent gain. Out to the 38-yard line. 37-yard line, excuse me.
And making the tackle there was Guyat.
Offense, defense, and special teams. That's three phases of the game there, EJ.
Yeah, just does it all again. No breaks for him here.
Joshua Scott out of Stafford Middle School. Plays wide receiver and cornerback, and he's actually a 7th grader. No, excuse me. Yeah, he's a 7th grader out of Stafford Middle School.
And so getting involved with the 8th graders early, only a handful of 7th graders on the Team Texas roster.
So Team Texas, 1st and 10. Oh.
Dangerous throw there by Vrana.
Cedarius, no, that was actually Barfield. Cedarius Barfield, who was he the one that threw the interception earlier?
I believe it was, and Barfield there makes a pretty dangerous throw. Vrana was in on the last drive. Barfield replaces him on this drive.
Barfield makes the errant overthrow, and so Team Texas will line up for 2nd and 10. Barfield had a very nice drive earlier in the first half. Direct snap to Tristan Savazos, and he is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Barfield let him down there, and it looked like he was able he had some type of momentum going, and he was trying to find a receiver in the corner of the end zone, and he was picked off. But and that was coming after Isaiah Wilson's interception for Team World. But see if he can put that behind him and keep Team World going here as they've continued to dominate here in this quarter that's winding down under a minute left here in the 3rd.
3rd down and about 12 for Team Texas. Barfield gets the snap and does almost a shovel pass to number 5, Nolan Campbell, and he's stuffed behind the line of scrimmage as well. So Not a very good drive for Team Texas, and Team World will look to get the ball back just before the start of the fourth quarter, excuse me. 20 seconds left here in the third. Again, they have 2 men back to receive the punt. Standing at around the 35-yard line. And looks like Team Texas is just going to go ahead and run the clock out for the third quarter. That's exactly what they'll do. So that'll be it for the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming right up here at the Texas versus the World Football Classic, held by the National Underclassmen Combine here in Duncanville, Texas.
Yeah, Team Texas putting on a show for their home crowd, 14-0. They've controlled most of this game. We haven't seen a lot of offensive fireworks, just some tough old-school football down here in Duncanville, again, just south of Dallas. So play some really great football up here. The best in the state, captured most of the state championships this year as far as 3A, 4A, and 5A, I believe. They completely swept the board, so you know you're getting some good football here in this area. And Team Texas has kind of used their just getting their players out in the open field, doing it both on the ground and through the air, and they've built a 14-0 lead, and they've played some really tough defense. Team World has had some trouble with snaps. They've turned it over. They haven't converted on third downs, and they really haven't been able to get anything going on offense, and that's why they have a goose egg here heading into the fourth quarter.
Team Texas 12 minutes away from being the victors. But right now they're back at the 20-yard line to punt the football away to Team World. And it's a booming punt. Team World's number 3, Sadarius Barfield.
It's actually
Jaden Dockery from Byrd Middle School out here in Texas, actually.
And he fumbles, and it's a Team Texas ball inside the 24. Huge mistake there for Team World. Could not afford that.
Big mistake. Jaden Dockery actually goes to school here in Texas, but he's playing for Team World. How about that? Maybe he just wanted to give the ball back to the team he thinks he should be playing for. So Team Texas will take over deep inside Team World territory, down at about the 24-yard line. Sam Vrana back at quarterback for Team Texas. Throws a running back screen, and Crockett up the field in a hurry for a first down, but there was a flag on the play. And it's going to be a holding called on Team Texas. So that will back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and they'll replay first down.
Yeah, it really negates a nice little run by Crockett, and we've seen him shake and bake throughout the afternoon and make some big plays for this Team Texas squad, and that was just a case of holding, and sometimes it happens, and with youth football, you always want to get your hands inside. You don't want to get those hand placement on the outside of the shoulder pads where you can be called for holding, and that's something they'll learn as they progress through their high school careers.
Vrana takes the snap and is immediately dumped. A.J. Parra out of Vista Middle School in New Mexico came around the corner quickly, and Vrana went down fast.
Yeah, just wearing number 54, looking a little bit like Brian Urlacher, who actually played up there in New Mexico, and he delivers a big blow there.
So Vrana goes back to the sideline, and Sadarius Barfield back in at quarterback for Team Texas. Looking at a second and infinity. One running back in the backfield. Barfield tries to take it himself and doesn't get much. Gets just past the 40-yard line to the Team World 39. And that will bring a 4th down and 25.
Yeah, this is they're either gonna have to throw up a prayer, but actually in this situation, I would go ahead and punt the ball and just pin Team World back deep. You have your defense playing great, and Team World hasn't been able to do anything on offense. Just make them drive the length of the field.
I definitely agree. Team Texas has been playing excellent defense for the entire game.
But it's an all-star game, so what the heck? And Bearfield takes that snap.
Bearfield takes a snap, rolls out, has a receiver in the middle of the field, and he dropped it. Little high, but definitely a catchable football for Logan Rayburn, and he couldn't come down with it. So Team World, even though they've continued to make mistakes, they've continued to get excellent field position. Let's see if their fortunes will change, and let's see if they can finally get some points on the board with this upcoming possession.
And it looks like that was actually, there was a problem with the marker because it looks like that was actually 3rd down, and this is going to be 4th down. So that's why they went ahead and went for it. And it looks like they're going for it anyway.
They're
on
going for it
4th
anyway.
and 25.
Okay.
So there's a problem with the marker, and it is 4th down coming up on this down.
4 wide for Team Texas. Barfield in the backfield. Pump fakes. Gives the handoff to number 21, Jathan Luna from Grant Middle School. And he gets the ball down to about the 35-yard line where Team World will take over.
I mean, if you're going to run a draw play on 4th and 25, you know you're not going to pick up 25 yards unless you get some really great blocking. So why not punt and pin them back deep? That's something that I didn't really understand why they didn't do there when your defense is playing so great. Just pin them back, make them drive the length of the field. Team World still doesn't have the greatest field position, but if you're going to go for it on 4th and 25, you might as well take a shot.
First down for Team World at the 30, almost the 36-yard line. We'll call it the 35. Number 10, Preston Eisnaugel.
And it's intercepted.
An interception to number 28, Brock Sturgis.
Making some great plays on defense after some phenomenal plays on offense. And they were actually looking for Joe Hatsfield again, the Offensive Player of the Year for Team World. And he has been double covered. He has been just shut down completely in this game. They try to get him involved there, but it's a bad throw into double coverage, and Sturgis was able to come up with that interception and give Team Texas the ball right back in Team World territory.
Yeah, not a great decision for the quarterback of the World team there. Threw into double coverage. There was no way that Hatsfield had a chance to catch that ball.
I think they just wanted to get Hatsfield involved here because he is their best offensive player, and he hasn't been involved at all today, and tried to give him a shot there, but it was just a poor throw into double coverage, and sometimes you just have to, if it's not there, you just have to look at your secondary read, and he didn't. He just went ahead and threw it up and got picked off.
So Team Texas will start with great field position.
It looked like there was an injury on the field for Team World.
Looks like 55. Hector Cron out of Kennemar Middle School in Texas.
It looks like it's an ankle injury. He's being helped off to the cart, and looks like they're going to take him into the locker room to see what's exactly wrong with him. But Team Texas has the ball here, and they're out quickly.
Crockett with the end around. Gets out to about the 33-yard line on a decent run. Didn't have much space there, but he made do.
Yeah, Crockett, as we've mentioned throughout the day, just extremely shifty, able to make defenders miss. He hasn't really broken a long one, but he's gained those nice 7, 8-yard runs on just athleticism alone, and he has plenty of it.
Few of his longer runs got negated due to penalty, but he's definitely showed why he is an offensive threat and an overall threat for Team Texas. Botch snap by Team Texas, and looks like Team World recovers. Number 54, AJ Parra, we've been calling his name quite a bit, comes up and recovers the botch snap for from Team Texas, and Team World once again hanging on in there.
Yeah, Verena, that snap was really low. It wasn't on him. Once he saw the ball hit the turf, he wasn't even really able to locate it. And you see him kind of scramble around for it there on the replay, and it wasn't in time because you had AJ Parra out of Vista Middle School in New Mexico again make another great play. He's the guy that came up with a sack of possession ago and gives Team World the ball back, and they still have life here with about 8.5 to go.
Parra, another seventh grader, making an impact. Team World gives the handoff to number 28, Cordell Simmons, I believe. And he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll be facing 2nd and 10 from their 35-yard line. Team Texas really gunning for the shutout today. They've done a great job on defense. Excellent penetration, not allowing Team World to get any yards through the air. Very minimal through the ground game. 2nd down. Isaiah Wilson delivers a great ball over the middle on the post route to Jaden Dockery.
Dockery's the one who fumbled on the punt return, so he makes up for it there with a great catch on one of their biggest plays of the day so far.
Isaiah Wilson had time, stood back in the pocket, as you see in the replay, and threw a great ball. It was accurate right over the middle in between two defenders and gives Team World a 1st down.
Yeah, Dockery just coming out of the slot there. Had some room coming over the middle, and it was just a great ball there by Wilson. Best throw we've seen this afternoon.
So Team World at the 49-yard, they're on 49-yard line. Wilson fakes the handoff, decides to take it upfield himself, and gets good yardage. Down to about the 43-yard line of Team Texas.
Wilson showing a little athleticism today as well. There's some penetration right off the bat, but he was able to avoid it and scramble out and gain 8 yards. And they're driving into they're in Team Texas territory at the 43. Running short on time though, 6:45 to go in this game.
Pace is something Team World definitely needs to keep in mind here. Wilson, 2nd and short, back at quarterback. They want to spread it out, 4 wide receivers. Wilson takes the snap, throws an accurate ball over the middle to Dockery once again, and it looks like he got the 1st down. Down to the 39-yard line. Just a short down and in across the middle of the field, and they converted another 1st down. Isaiah Wilson's pretty good balls here in this possession, EJ.
Yeah, he's found a favorite target there in Dockery, who's been lining up in the slot and just coming over the middle and kind of settling down in zones and being able to pick apart this defense a little bit. And I mentioned earlier they were struggling on 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, but when you have a weapon like Dockery there in the slot, it makes life easier on you on those short 3rd downs.
This time Wilson tries to target Terrace Marshall Jr., but throws the ball incomplete.
Yeah, it wasn't really Wilson's fault. It looked like Marshall just wasn't ready for that football.
So they'll be facing Team World will be facing a 2nd and 10 from Team Texas's 39-yard line.
Looked like Cordell Simmons was running to the sideline. They bring him back on. He's a big target that's actually been lining up at running back this drive, but he's going to be in the slot, so look for him to come over the middle. He's a big guy, mismatch for linebackers.
Wilson takes a snap, drops back, turns to his left, steps up in the pocket, and delivers an Nope, he dropped it.
And
it should have been picked.
He was going right there to Cordell Simmons, like I said, lining up in the slot, coming over the middle, a bigger receiver. But Team Texas read it perfectly, and they were almost able to come away with an interception. But the drive stays alive for Team World, down 14 here with 5:44 to go.
And guess who that was on defense for Team Texas? Number 6, DeMarcus Crockett. We've been mentioning his name all afternoon, and he almost had himself a pick 6.
Yeah, it looks like he just got caught up there with a teammate, James Marthe, and kind of have to say, same team here. They can come away with the interception. So missed opportunity there for Team Texas.
Isaiah Wilson on 3rd and 10, scrambles to his left, and he's going to pick up the first down and more with his legs, down to about the 23-yard line.
Late hit there. That was a terrible decision there by one of the Team World offensive linemen, and Team Texas is still gonna. Team World's still gonna be awarded the first down, but they're gonna have to move 15 yards back. And so Wilson did a great job scrambling out there, picked up a big chunk of yardage, and they would have been down in the red zone for the first time today, but just a bad decision there to make a late hit out of bounds, and it's going to push them all the way back to 35.
So after the penalty, Team World will take the football at the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 after Isaiah Wilson's great.
You see Wilson already way out of bounds at that time when Dockery comes in, and Dockery's been such a pivotal point of this offense on this drive, and he comes in and makes a late hit, and it costs his team dearly.
Wilson pumps and goes deep for Hatsfield, and he is ruled out of bounds.
Oh, he made a great catch, and that's finally the first time where he gets an opportunity to make a play, and he does, but he's just out of bounds. That would have been a huge play for Team World, would have given them the ball at around the 10-yard line.
This wasn't a bad throw by Wilson. He put it on the outside shoulder, and Hatsfield just couldn't come down with his feet in bounds.
Yeah, his foot just landed out of bounds. You only need one here, but he wasn't able to get it in.
Yeah. So, Team World will line up once again, 2nd down and 10. Isaiah Wilson drops back, looks downfield, decides to take off once again, gives a little move, spins to the inside, and goes down at about the 31-yard line.
I think with when you have Wilson scrambling around like that, if you're a receiver, you want to come back to him and try to help him out. It looks like the receivers were just standing around out there in the area. When the play breaks down, you want to come back towards your quarterback and help him out. And, that's something they'll learn as they progress through their high school careers. But Wilson not getting any type of help once he breaks the pocket.
He's doing a great job of looking downfield and going through his progressions, but sometimes this Texas defense just isn't allowing they aren't allowing these wide receivers to be up and downfield. So he's using his feet to move the chains, and that's okay if he can do that. Oh, no, wow!
Dangerous
throw, but he completes it out to Cordell Simmons, who takes it up the field for another Team World first down.
Yeah, just fast enough. Yeah, it's a quick fastball there, and defender just misses it and allows Simmons to have some open field and gain some yardage. And now they're inside the 20, and this is the first time they've been in the red zone today, Biani. So
Wow.
they need to come up with some points with just a little over 4 minutes to go in this ball game, down 14-0.
Isaiah Wilson getting fired up. He has his team driving down the field. Wilson fakes the handoff, decides to go up the middle, and is brought down for about a 1-yard gain. Yeah, Team World has to think pace here because with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock, they'll have to score, get a stop, and score again. And we're not talking about field goals. They need 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you might even see them try to kick an onside kick if they come away with a touchdown because time is not on their side right now.
Wilson drops back. He has plenty of time looking downfield, finds his receiver for another first down. Great job by Wilson extending the play with his feet. The offensive line gave him some time there, kept his eyes downfield, and delivered a great ball.
And that was Cordell Simmons again coming up huge. Great use of his hands. And when you're in youth football, a lot of times these receivers let the ball come to their chest. But Simmons has done a great job with his hands, just reaches out there, plucks the ball out of the air, and gives them a 1st and goal. And he's really been helping this team drive down here. And you see it again here on the replay. And Wilson makes a fake. He keeps his eyes downfield. He scrambles, and boom. Great catch there, leaping ability, able to get his hands right. And Cordell Simmons has been a real key target here for Team World on this drive.
Wilson looking very effective at quarterback this drive. He's doing everything that you would like to see in a young prospect. He always has his feet active when he's looking downfield. He keeps his feet moving and he keeps his eyes downfield, always looking for those late throws. And that was just a well-placed football because he knows that Cordell Simmons has a size advantage over some of these smaller Texas cornerbacks, and he just does a great job putting the ball up high and where only his receiver could get it, and Cordell Simmons held on to the ball. So they're very threatening drive right now for Team World. They're down to the 5-yard line. Isaiah Wilson still back at quarterback, and now look who's right beside him.
Yeah, Guyot, the big back, and they fake it to him here, and Wilson takes it in for a touchdown.
Wilson takes it in for a touchdown. Isaiah Wilson crafted a beautiful drive there to lead his team down for a crucial touchdown with 3 minutes 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And I'm not sure they have a field goal or they have a kicker at all that can make an extra point, so they're going to have to go for 2 here.
Going for the 2-point conversion. Wilson takes the snap, looks downfield, trying to scramble out of the pocket, and he just gets driven all the way back to the 20-yard line. 56 for Team Texas. DeSonio Powell out of Lancaster.
Yeah, Powell made some big plays in the first quarter. We haven't really called his name a lot since, but that was huge there because now Team World is down 8, and they're gonna if they're able to come back and score, they're gonna have to make a 2-point conversion to just tie this game up, and it's definitely not a guarantee that they score. Down 8 points here, 3:23 to go, and they only have Team World only has 1 timeout, so I would expect them to go ahead and kick the onside kick here because Team Texas might be able to run the clock out, and they might not see the ball back at all if they kick it deep.
If you remember at the beginning of the second half, Guyot took that timeout because they were trying to get a player off the field, and that looks like that's come back to bite them because an extra timeout in this situation would have definitely been beneficial to them. Team Texas getting ready to kick off, and we'll see. You think an onside kick is the right thing to do here?
Yeah, with only 1 timeout, you might not see the ball back at all if you kick it deep. If all it takes is 1 or 2 first downs for Team Texas and they can seal it up here, you definitely want to get the ball back, especially when your offense finally found a rhythm and momentum. So it's going to be up to big number 61, Douglas Girardi out of Florida here. And he's going to be the man to kick it, and we'll see if he does onside kick it here. The ball has been falling off the tee quite a bit here today. A little windy, but doesn't matter here for the onside kick.
And Team Texas is definitely expecting the onside kick. They've moved all their men up closer
It's a bad onside kick. Just goes straight up to the middle and straight to Crockett.
It was more like a pooch almost. And wow, Crockett's gonna take it all the way up the sideline to the Team World 21-yard line.
Yeah, not a good onside kick there by Gearty. It was just straight up the middle. It bounced right to Crockett, who just came around the left side and broke loose for a huge return that sets up Team Texas inside the 25-yard line.
The big fella put way too much power behind that one. And Crockett with that speed, all it takes is one cut for that guy to get up the field and he can take off.
Yeah,
looks like it may have been a holding penalty on Team Texas that'll actually back them up to the Team World 39-yard line.
And it was actually a personal foul,
foul. Wow, it's going to back them up even more.
Yeah, but all it's going to take for Team Texas now, with Team World only having one timeout, is a couple of first downs. You can pack it in and win this game. So it's going to be key here for Team World to force a 3-and-out or force a turnover if they're going to have a chance in this one.
Well, they have the best. They have a player to do it in J.B. Giat, who has really shown up for Team. If anybody's shown up for Team World, it's been him. So we'll see if he can continue his ability to get into the backfield and make plays for this team, because they need him now more than ever. First down and 10 for Team Texas, and wow.
Huge hit there.
Shovel pass inside to number 5, Nolan Campbell, and he gets rocked immediately. Another guy out of Elliott Grant Middle School.
Yeah, and that was Cameron Lowry just coming up and laying the wood. And there's been a lot of talk about youth football and, safety with all these concussions coming out. But I think with so much competition, and we were actually talking about this before we came on the broadcast, with so much competition, it's pivotal for these guys to get an early start in their football career. And if you want to develop quickly, you start playing at such a young age that, injury is a risk, but the football is something that comes with the game.
The level of competition here in Texas is just incredible. So it's almost an imperative that kids start at a younger age, and that's a choice. That's a tough choice for parents nowadays, because allowing their kids to play football at such a young level, leaving them susceptible to those injuries. That's a hot topic of debate, especially here in Texas.
Yeah, it definitely is. And just to get you caught up right here, Giat made a great tackle here in the backfield on a little screen pass, and Team World uses their last time out, and it's going to be 3rd down and 16 coming up. But getting back to the safety issues, yeah, it's really a big decision for parents now. Me growing up, it wasn't really tough. You're in Texas, you play football, and it's always been that way. But now with the problems the NFL is experiencing, and even in college with all the concussions and the head injuries and past players experiencing trauma to the head, it's kind of got parents second guessing. But I think in a state like Texas, where football is king and it's such an important part of life, it's something that parents are willing to overlook in general, and give their kids an opportunity to play despite the injury risk, because it's something that it's more than just a game for these kids, and you see it out here with the passion and emotion being shown in this all-star game.
It's true. Definitely true. And on 3rd down and long, Team Texas is stopped. And the clock will continue to run. 1 minute 55 seconds left. 4th down here for Team Texas, and it's 4th down and a lot.
Yeah,
they have to get down to the 47-yard line, the 43-yard line of Team World, and it's very unlikely that will occur. So one way or another, Team World will get the ball back.
Yeah, just a huge stop by Team World with Giat there in the middle, making plenty of plays and willing his team back into this game and giving them a chance to get the ball back. And there's a delay of game on Team Texas that will push them back even further here.
Further. Team Texas, you have to punt the ball here, right, EJ?
I mean, you definitely have to punt the ball here. You don't want to give Team World the ball at your 34-yard line, giving them a short field to drive. There's only a minute 20 left. They don't have any timeouts. You want to push them back, and so they definitely have to punt the ball here.
And that's exactly what they're lined up to do. Number 54, Carter Smith from Foley Middle School, out to receive the punt, kick off the punt for Team Texas. Gets a line drive spiral. Oh, and he muffed the punt and gets hit hard.
We're just talking about those huge licks, and Colin Lundgren just delivers one out of Arbor Creek Middle School. Huge hit on Terrace Marshall. But the key thing for Marshall is he bobbled that. He muffed it, but he was able to get back on it, takes a huge hit, doesn't fumble it, and so Team World will have a chance to drive down. They're at their own 25-yard line, a minute 13 to go, no timeout.
Well, don't look now. We have a game here in Duncanville High School. 1 minute 13 seconds left for Team World, and at the beginning of the game, they were having a lot of trouble moving the football on offense, but Isaiah Wilson has come into the game and given them a spark that they've lacked, and we'll see if he can continue the magic. First play is what you can't do in this situation, and that is take a sack. Wilson takes a sack, and the clock will continue to run. Team World has no timeouts. Push back to their own 22-yard line, and Wilson has to get his team up into the line of scrimmage as soon as possible.
Yeah, it was Leisure Hall coming in and making that sack, something that Team World could not afford.
Oh, Wilson! Oh, throws a decent ball over the middle of the field to his big wide receiver, number 5, Kendrick Stanley, and he just drops it.
Yeah, if Stanley was able to come up with that would have been a nice gain of yardage there, but unfortunately he was not able to hang on to that jump ball.
Isaiah Wilson, back on third down, steps up into the pocket, delivers a ball to his favorite receiver, Jaden Dockery, who can't hang on to the ball either, and that'll set up 4th and long for Team World.
31 seconds here. They haven't been able to do anything on this drive. They've actually gone back 3 yards, and with 31 seconds here, obviously you need to pick the first down first of all, but it's going to be tough for them to go about 80 yards to the end zone here with 31 seconds to go.
They've been having some success throwing out of the slot, but do you go to the slot or do you go to Hatsfield here, EJ?
I think you have to take a shot with Hatsfield. He's one-on-one.
Isaiah Wilson, with time, decides to go to the other side of the field and throws the ball at least 10 yards out of bounds, and that should do it. That should do it for Team Texas.
Yeah, Isaiah Wilson in that situation, and he'll learn as he gets older. There's obviously a pressure situation for these youth, but in that situation, even if you don't have a receiver open, you want to at least give him a chance, even if it's intercepted, to make a play there. And that ball just definitely went out of bounds, and it was uncatchable. And Team Texas, all they have to do is get in victory formation, and they'll get a W in front of this home crowd here at Duncanville High School. And it looks like the final score should be 14-6 in favor of Team Texas at the Texas versus the World Football Classic. And we do want to remind you that the high school all-star game, Texas versus the World Football Classic at the high school level, is coming up at 7 p.m. So please join us for that a little later on this evening.
That will be taking place right here at Duncanville High School here in Texas. And this should be the last play of the game for Team Texas.
And they're just going
And
to
they're
chuck it
going
up to
to
Crockett.
chunk it up to Crockett, and the ball is overthrown. But nevertheless, Team Texas comes away with the victory, 14-6 here at Duncanville High School. Big plays from Crockett, big plays from Sturgis. And Team Texas can say that they have gotten the victory over the world.
Yeah, all these kids deserve a pat on the back, though. They're all-stars, all put in 100% effort here. Came from all over the country just to play in this all-star game and put on a show for the crowd here at Duncanville High School, parents, relatives, and just general fans. So everybody deserves a pat on the back again, and Texas deserves the bigger one, though, because they defeated the world with a 14-6 victory here.
Great show of sportsmanship here with the teams giving the traditional handshakes at the end of the game. And these kids have nothing to hold their heads down about, and a lot of them will have great futures going forward, especially these kids out of Texas. They say Texas breeds some of the best athletes as far as the gridiron is concerned, and they showed it here today, playing excellent defense, holding the world to just 6 points. And these teams will take a knee at the center of the field, get a quick prayer in, and they'll go back to their respective hometowns and continue on their path towards the NFL.
For the NUC, this is E.J. Holland and Biani Mickles signing off. And again, remember to join us at 7 p.m. for the high school all-star game. You don't want to miss that. There'll be plenty more action to come here at Duncanville, and hope you join us.